Hey, trying to help everyone, but secretly feeling drained, scattered, and unsure who you really meant to serve. In this video, you will learn how to clearly identify your ideal patient so your messaging connects, your practice grows, and you actually enjoy the people you're working with. Stick around because I'll share how getting clear on my ideal patient helped me reduce stress, increase retention, and create a business I actually look forward to running. I'm Dr. Zac Watkins, and after nearly 2 decades in practice, I've seen firsthand how narrowing your focus expands your impact and why trying to be everything to everyone keeps most providers stuck.
Let's talk identifying your ideal client or ideal patient, or avatar is what is commonly said as well. And I bring this up, a lot of this may be review for you, and honestly, I hope it is. This was one of the biggest mistakes that I made in my practice over the probably 18 years in practice, was being at, not that it's at fault, but being wanting to be the one that serves everybody. Saying, you know what, we are here to serve everybody. I can help everybody. Functional medicine, nutrition, and the things that we offer is here for everybody. But I'll tell you, that's one of the big mistakes. And I've talked about this before, and that's because this the whole saying, if you're jack of all trades, master of none. And I remember this coming about. I think at first it wasn't a big deal, right? Because you're trying to see people and you want, let's be honest, you want people who are paying to help you cover overhead and things like that. At the same time, though, if you don't have a specific message that resonates with your maybe specific person you want to work with, then you're going to see everybody. And this is why it was common in our office to run into, let's say you'd run into arguments with different patients. I've gotten letters from different attorneys, people wanting their money back because one spouse was not on the same page as the other spouse that I was seeing as a patient. Or you would go in and see, let's say, a pediatric, a little girl who's dealing with eczema. And then when you're done quick, you'd move to the next room and have to work with a very significant and overwhelming case such as infertility with a lovely woman and her husband. It's just the back and forth, and the back and forth caused a lot of overwhelm and a lot of stress. And it gets bad. It gets hard when the bigger you get and the more impact you're making. So when I work with providers now, one of the biggest things I always recommend is let's start defining your target audience. And again, easy things seem very simple, but it's also easy not to do. And I'd really encourage you, if you haven't yet, to sit back and, let's say you're a provider who already has an established practice of a different modalities, you're trying to implement functional medicine, or let's say you already do have some functional medicine, but you're trying to really tighten, maybe because you're trying to go online or have more of an online presence. So what I'd really encourage you to do is just start thinking about who you really enjoy working with. And it doesn't mean you're not going to attract everybody else, but who really fuels you up? Like for me, I love working with providers who are trying to start and grow their functional medicine businesses. I like those who are values-based, purpose-driven, faith-based. Their relationship with God is important to them, and their impact is important. So it kind of narrows down who I'm trying to reach and work with specifically. You may have experience with losing weight and weight loss yourself, maybe when you're, let's say, with your experience at the gym, or the different maybe diets you've been on. You may have experience with autoimmunity in your life. So think about things maybe you've had success with and things that you really like doing and working with clients, with patients. Because when you do this, you're going to understand their story and where they're coming from. You're going to understand, like it says, their pain points. What really bothers them? Because the goal is you're trying to say, who's your ideal patient or client? Right here on the side. What do they struggle with? What keeps them up at night? What's this prevent them from doing? It's less about probably taking away symptoms, but it's more about what does this condition or situation prevent them from doing. So that's their pain point. It's a connection with their family, and is it playing with their kids? Is it opening up a jar, because of their pain? Think about really gets them stuck in that position. Because once you understand where they're at specifically, your specific avatar, your client, your patient, then you can understand where they want to go. What's success to them? Success to them is playing outside with their children and not getting fatigued easily. Success is being able to go up and down flights of stairs without being so winded. Because I think just gaining some of these simple things is a huge win to them. And you have to understand what is success to them, because once you understand where their pain points are, and then you understand where they're trying to go and what is success and what makes them as what's a reward to them, this is going to be kind of your marketing copy is what we say, or your message.
Hey, real quick, if you're listening to this and thinking, I need some help building out something like this in my own practice, well, just scroll down and click the first link in the description. You can book a free strategy call with myself or my team, and we're going to take a look at what you are doing now, where you're stuck, and show you exactly how to build a customized care plan that works for both your patients and your business. All right, back to the video.
Because when you're out talking to the public at an event, let's say you are using your social media, you're doing some email marketing. Ideally, you are picturing that person that you're speaking to because you understand their pain point, you understand where they're trying to go, and you can speak the language that really gets to them at their heart. This isn't trying to sell them on something, goofy and get them to spend money. This is saying, I understand you. I know where you're at. I can help you. This gets them to raise their hand. This is getting more and more difficult in this day and age with social media and everybody being so overwhelmed with messaging that anybody and everybody can help anyone and everyone. I just got off a call recently with someone who I'm working with as a patient, and they are seeing two different functional medicine doctors. And when I look at the different labs they're doing and hear kind of their process, none of them are even doing anything that's close to functional medicine related. It's just using the buzzwords to get patients and clients into their door. So if we can come at this from your servant heart and you're really going to help these ideal clients or patients get well, I can't encourage you enough to start thinking about, okay, I'm going to implement functional medicine. I want to maybe either start seeing an ideal client. I want to maybe take my patient base and kind of weed out and get specific. Who is that? I encourage you to write it down. All the characteristics, age range, male or female. Are they married or not? Are they career driven? Do they have kids? What keeps them up at night? What's stressful to them? And then what's an outcome what's your reward that they're really looking to solve for? And I can't tell you enough that the more you can get clear on this, the better it is. Even the clients I work with who have pretty large clinics, I'm talking $1 million clinics or bigger, this gets more and more difficult. And trust me, I've been there myself. The bigger you get, the harder it is to narrow down your message because now you're serving so many people and just things come at you pretty quick. It doesn't mean it's not doable. It's just I really encourage you to think through what really fuels you up, because these people who you understand well are going to love working with you. They're going to pay you and you're going to love it and you're going to be less stressed. You're going to be able to enjoy your life more and everybody wins. So I encourage you to think through that as it relates to your ideal client. Again, message below like always, or reach out to me personally and we can walk through that together.
Hey, before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. If you like this one, you're definitely going to like the next video. So click here on the screen, keep going, and I'll see you over there.